Oh, now we can talk about the Oscars. We're not gonna go through every category here tonight. I think we just kind of want to pick out some favorite moments. We can kind of talk in general about the show, how we thought it went, and who ultimately, out of the three of us, got the most predictions right. Hint: it wasn't Luke.
Are you getting your sheet?
That's my original one. It's not marked.
Your unmarked one.
Nice. I left mine in either the back seat of my car or on the kitchen table.
Luke, what'd you think about the Oscar show in general? How would you rate it compared to some previous years?
Until the last half hour, I would give it a fanboy worthy. And then the last half hour was a straight to streaming. Not because of the picks, because of the production.
Yeah.
It got weird.
It
was like a full turn.
They did a scripted bit with Glenn Close, and after that, everything fell apart.
Dude, I have the last 40 minutes were ... I couldn't figure out a way to even just vocalize my thought around.
Just got to use our recommendation system.
It's just weird. But you're right. It was just weird because it felt like before that it had good pacing.
Yeah.
You know, things weren't slowed. Like, sometimes the Oscars feel like they really do drag.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't, even when they were talking about like, so-and-so came up by working under so-and-so and this was their first job in the industry, like that all, it felt good.
Yeah.
The speeches were uncapped this year. Like, they didn't play people off. I thought that worked. The show didn't feel long until it got to this weird 10-minute name that tune segment. And yeah, the bit with Glenn Close was kind of cute or fun or whatever. But
after that, it kind of
after that, we had
apart.
an memorandum that was like breakneck pace
with an upbeat song.
It was It
was weird.
It was weird, and then like the change they made at the end so that Best Actor was last.
Terrible choice.
I get it. I get why they did it because
the world assumed Chadwick was going to win.
And that would go out on such a high note. They would end the show in such a emotional way. But when Anthony Hopkins wins, and
he's not there.
God bless the man. He's 83, the oldest person to ever win a Best Actor award. He's in Wales, probably sleeping. He doesn't want to, I don't blame him at all. He had a very nice message this morning that he shared.
He did. It was really good.
Like, when he wins and he's not there and no one says anything, just like, okay, good night.
Joaquin Phoenix just like, the Academy accept this on his behalf. Good night. Goes to commercial. And it's just like...
Terrible way to end your show.
Yeah, I would say after the Glenn Close bit, I had a really hard time kind of paying attention to it. Like, I kind of checked out. I was like, man, this is kind of a mess now.
Especially, they hadn't even done anything like that all night.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so
there
out
had
of
been
place.
no
It was so
bits.
forced. It was just a nightmare. I think it was you that said, like, they're so used to things going wrong that they had to script it going wrong. Like,
yeah, oh, absolutely.
It was so weird.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I did not mind that there was no host. I thought that,
I really liked the intro.
The intro was
with
great.
Regina King. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I tweeted out Angela Bassett, but I just kind of looked up and I saw her.
I saw that
and I
on
was
the
like,
What the Fanboy thing, and I was like, oh no!
What did you
do? He tweeted Angela Bassett instead of Regina King.
Yeah.
You moron.
I take full
absolute-
responsibility.
Angela Bassett's great, but the disrespect.
I know. Regina, I apologize.
I'm sure she's watching really upset right now.
I know. The other thing that I think I missed, and I don't think this really would have slowed down the show that much, was I missed having the original song nominations played throughout the show. I know that they were performed.
Yeah.
I think that's something that, because I guess they were beforehand.
They were recorded days before, and they were in the pre-show.
They were in the pre-show, but I didn't get that memo. So we
nobody
were sitting around eating pizza. And
Fight for You was on the TV.
I had it on,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
we were chatting. I wasn't even paying. I would have.
Yep, I'd say more than that. The fact that they didn't play any clips until Best Picture, you just get no sense of what the nominations are for.
Yeah.
Like, Bohemian Rhapsody being nominated for editing.
Oh, yeah.
And what do they show? They show a clip with about 80 cuts in a couple seconds. And everybody went, no. And then it won. So everybody understood that shouldn't have won.
Right.
There was no clips before anything. Like, they usually play a clip of every actor when they get nominated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. The only category they did it for was Best Picture. I just felt like it felt like so much was missing. It would go longer, but I kind of feel like that's important.
They could have reduced it in other areas, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
But like
that.
show concept art or show the costumes.
Yeah.
Like, what actually has the best costumes? I might disagree with their choice because I got to see it before. Show the production set.
Yeah.
Like, because even people like watching the Oscars, but they don't watch the movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seeing some of those even like behind the scenes stuff could be really cool.
Mhm.
Like you have most movies, I won't say all, most movies have enough behind the scenes video to like, oh, we probably have our production designers working on something, and you can kind of show them working on it, and then like what again, they did the thing where it's like they talked about the people, which is great. And you could have things up there to really highlight, here's why they're nominated. We're telling you their story. Here's why they're nominated. We're showing that in a visual medium because film is a visual medium. It could have been better. But all in all, I still did enjoy the show overall.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
It's always fun watching you with you guys, though.
Yeah.
Like, it makes it that much better.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It's fun to talk about. Any snubs or misses or predictions that you want to, just to briefly mention?
I was just happy that Sound of Metal won some.
Mm-hmm.
I won't talk about snubs because Luke kind of talked about it earlier. I think being nominated is the win itself.
Yeah.
And we didn't watch every movie, so it's hard to be like,
it's hard
was
to
it a
say.
snub?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people talk about The Father and Anthony Hopkins and how it was like the
Yeah,
best performance
same.
of his career.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool, I didn't watch it. Good for him.
Yeah.
But I was really happy to see Sound of Metal win a few awards. Like that was my favorite movie on the list that I did watch, and man, I just wish I could have won more.
Yeah.
I think we all have that movie.
Same with me. My biggest cheer was going for Promising Young Woman.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
One of my favorite movies of last year. It got nominated for a lot, but it only won screenplay.
It's a good one to win, though.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since nobody would make the movie. Her screenplay went on the blacklist for a while.
Mm.
No studio. Everybody turned it down, so it just went on to, I don't remember the guy's name, but he just has this, it's like an email chain
Yeah.
of scripts that everybody's rejecting, just waiting to be picked up. And
Wow.
it was there in like 2018. Now it's an Oscar winner. There's some really good scripts.
Yeah.
From the blacklist.
You'd be
it's really
surprised how
crazy.
many there are.
Yeah. I was looking through it today and I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Can you read them?
I don't think you can.
Like download them or anything?
No.
We couldn't.
No,
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
have
yeah.
to be
The studio probably has
you'd
to
have
request it
Yeah. Yeah.
or get in contact with the writer. But I was really pulling for Carey Mulligan to win for Best Actress.
That's who I picked.
I feel
That's
like
who I picked too.
she's the driving force of that movie. Her performances. That being said, Frances McDormand's great. Nomadland. So
Mhm.
It was yeah. When we reviewed Nomadland, we talked about how we knew Chloe Zhao would win Best Director.
Oh yeah.
Because she directed one actress, or maybe three actors, actresses, and a bunch of normal nomads,
Yep.
and made an amazing film out of it.
Yeah.
So it was like a no-brainer. Like, I don't even think we flinched. We were like, yeah, well, that one's good. Check that one off. Like, that, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think for me, the one that I'll use the word snub. I don't know if that's the right word. The one that I was most disappointed, I guess, that didn't win was Wolf Walkers for animated feature. I keep praising that movie. I will keep singing its praises.
Pixar has more money, man.
Pixar. The fact that Pixar got 2 movies on there.
that's one of my
Soul
angry
is
things.
certainly worthy of winning Best Picture. Soul is incredible. Man, I'm looking for something different though, and that's what I think I found with Wolfwalkers was this different style. It still had a amazing. I think it had a better message than Soul, but Soul's about artists and Hollywood's all about artists, and so I think that's probably why that one got a little bit more of the votes.
I guess my biggest nomination complaint is the fact that Trent
I was
Reznor
just about to
and
say
Atticus
that.
Ross had 2 nominations for Best Soundtrack.
Yeah, for original score. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'll allow it.
I'm not, because they don't do it in other categories.
I guess that's true.
For
Yeah,
when
don't-
like Andrew
that's true.
Garfield was up for
Silence.
Silence and the War movie,
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge,
Ridge.
and they kind of just had to pick one.
I kind of forget. I forgot that that's the thing that they do with other categories. Yeah, I guess be consistent. So I would be okay if they
the asterisk is
either way. If you're gonna limit them
Just
to
pick
one, limit them to one. But if you're gonna allow that in that category, allow in other categories.
the asterisk is that John Baptiste helped with Soul,
Yeah.
and it was just them on Mank.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
is that a gray area? I don't know.
I did think it was cool that they let John Batiste do the speech, though. They
Yeah.
didn't say anything. They were like, "Yep,
Yeah.
we're hands off. We're gonna let him go." And I imagine had Mank won, they would have definitely spoke.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just them.
Right, but I was kind of shocked they didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm. It's not. Is it? That's not the first time they've won, is it? Was that their first win?
I'm pretty sure they've won.
I think they've won before. It may be one of those things where it's
Did they win for what's that other Fincher movie about Facebook, Social Network?
Social Network. Maybe. No, but I think the other surprise for me was Minari was kind of the film that got
Nothing.
nothing. It had a lot of. It got one.
Got
and
one.
you want to mention that?
Yes. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say it wrong.
They did win for Social Network. You're right.
Okay.
I have been this entire show. I've been Googling how to say her name, and I'm gonna probably butcher it. Yu Jung Yoon. It plays the grandma in Minari. Killed it. Crushed it. Incredible. It's her first American movie ever. Nominated, won.
It didn't sound like when she was giving her speech. Her speech was hilarious, by the way.
She
Yeah.
is adorable.
But
Yeah.
it didn't sound like she had done a lot of movies, anyways.
No, like here's her page.
And she's like giving
Like
Brad
it's
Pitt
a lot of
hard
TV
time.
too.
Huh?
Yeah.
Did you see her like giving Brad Pitt a hard time?
Yeah.
We finally get to meet. Where were you when we were filming?
She was
But
fun.
I watched Minari and I was like, if she's not on the best supporting, something's wrong. And I went to my list and I was like, I saw her and I was like, absolutely, she's winning, no question.
Yeah.
And I think in my like just pre-thought, I figured, Olivia Colman will probably win. She
That's who I
wins every
picked.
year.
Yeah, I thought she'd win it.
But yeah, I saw her and man, she's so good. She's
So good.
hilarious. Like in real life, but also in the movie. Her comedic timing is impeccable. And then she kind of delivers 2 performances too, just because of what like goes on in the movie.
Mm,
It's so good. I really hope you guys can find the time to watch it.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'll wait a little bit longer before I buy it, but I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah. Tyler, do you have any others you want to talk about specifically?
None of the awards, but I just really enjoyed Tyler Perry's speech.
Thank you for bringing up Tyler Perry. There were 2 humanitarian awards given out. Tyler Perry won one of them.
Yep.
What a man.
Yeah, I mean, he's been like the last few years have been super. I don't know. Obviously he's been a humanitarian, but like he's done a lot in the last few years, like kind of under the radar that people don't realize until you kind of read about it, and it's incredible. But his speech was really good.
Yes.
And I think it was a speech that, a lot of people probably were like, here we go, the political thing at the Oscars. But like his speech, it's worth listening to.
Agreed.
I think there's a lot there that people maybe need to hear.
Yes.
Yep.
From both sides of the political war.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot there.
Yeah, no matter your stance, I think there's something to be learned.
Yeah.
He is a wise man, and he chose his words well.
Way to go, Medea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, another great speech. Chloe Zhao's Best Director speech was really good too.
Yeah. There's a lot of good speeches.
Yeah. There were.
It
A lot
good.
of from the heart.
Yeah.
And a lot of times there are. Especially those ones who aren't up there every other year type of thing.
I mean, Daniel Kaluuya, his mom and his dad met and they had sex. And, that's really cool.
The first
It's a really profound
75% of his speech, good.
And then
The
he had
last 25
it was the moment when
was
he
the Walking Phoenix. What are we doing to cows?
like
type of moment.
it was like he looked away and he's like, man. And then he started talking about his parents, and like even his mom was like, "What is he talking about? What is
Poor mother
happening?"
who was there.
I think he was just blitzed out of his mind
I think he had probably been drinking a bit or
smoking
a
bit.
bit beforehand.
It was
you
awesome.
gotta calm those nerves down. Like,
I love that speech. It's great.
It was so
It
funny.
was
I
good.
saw. I can't remember who it was, but somebody made it like one of those big text box quotes. I was like, "That's awesome."
Inspirational quotes for Instagram.
Yeah,
right?
it was so good. But no, all in all, I thought the Oscars were fine this year. I'd give them a low fanboy worthy.
Yeah, I'd probably give them a fanboy worthy as well. I overall like them. The
First,
don't take
2.5
such
hours.
a big swing at the end there.
yeah.
Don't gamble. The house always wins. As we mentioned earlier,
Missing all my
Luke,
punches. What?
Luke, you got 7,
Yeah.
correct?
That's what happens when you fill it out to what you're wanting to win and not what you think is gonna win. You lose.
Yes.
I'm not doing that next year.
And then Tyler and I, we only had one pick. Different. Not our scores were one
One off.
off. So one of us got 10, one of us got 11. Tyler came away the winner with 11. I came in second with 10.
Didn't you pick me to win?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Just want to say I was the first person to vote for Tyler.
The majority of the people on our Twitter poll did also pick Tyler, so you guys are just as good at picking as Tyler is.
Thank you for your unrealistic faith in me, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why you would choose me.
No problem. Anytime.
Yeah, thanks.
That was the best acceptance speech of the night.
Yeah.
Appreciate
I
it.
should man. Next year when I win the picks, I'll do like
You're not winning
I'll do
next
an
year.
actual
Should we
speech.
have like a little like a baby Oscar?
And whoever
And
wins gets to
whoever
keep it
wins
at
gets
home
to keep
for
it
the.
for the year.
That'd be fun.
Just give him the Han Solo. Paint it gold.
A gold. I love it.
That's
It doesn't matter though. You're not winning next year. I'm gonna take it seriously next year.
okay.
We'll bring both sound categories back next year.
Probably.
That'll be your difference maker. Where
Yeah.
you beat me by 1.
Yeah.